Okay, so now for the last extra credit assignment that I'm going to do, I'm going to create a fusion table. And basically what a fusion table is you take data that you have on an Excel sheet, and then you go into Google Drive and create a fusion table. And this fusion table maps everything on a Google map, and it maps the data that you have from that Excel sheet onto this fusion table. All right, so the directions say we're going to make a fusion table. We're going to map all cells, change icons from buckets, use a range that allows colors to change, add a legend, and then we'll discuss exactly what the fusion table is. All right, so let's get started. As you can see here, I have my same Excel sheet that we use, but just for the purposes of making it easier for myself, I took out all the extra data that I had, and I'm just going to use my street address, city, state, and postal code. Now that's all the information that I'm going to need to record the data and to record the location of the points of data on the fusion table. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do what's called concatenating all this information. So in order for the fusion table to read the exact location of where these points are, all the street address, the city, state, and postal code all needs to be in one particular cell. All right, so the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a formula called concatenate. And the way you do that is you're going to press equals. As you can see, it pops right up, concatenate, and then I'm going to I'm going to tell them what exactly that I want to concatenate. So I'm going to do A2. I'm going to put a space, 2 ditto marks, and a space in between those ditto marks to signify the space that I want it to be between each one of the different cells that I'm going to concatenate. So I'm going to do A2. I'm going to put my comma, my 2 quotation marks, and I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to do the same thing for each one right across the board. So B2, boom, 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 boom. Oh, actually, after D2, we don't have to use it anymore. I'm sorry, because that's all the information that we need. All right, once we're here, I'm going to press, and bam, there you go, it comes up. So, as you see, in this one cell, now we have the address, we have the city, we have the state, and we have the postal code. Bam. All right, so we're going to need to do that for all of these cells. So we're going to drag this all the way down. Bam. Now you see we have all our information lined up very neatly, ready to go. So now that we have concatenated all the information, now we can go start creating our fusion table. Alright, so let's go to here. We're going to create a new tab. We're going to go into our Google Drive. Alright, we're going to create. Now the first thing that we have to do is we have to actually pull up the spreadsheet that we're going to use, and we have to pull up the entire spreadsheet first. So the way we do that, I've actually already put in my spreadsheet, so I'm going to hit spreadsheet. I already know that I'm going to be using my extra credit data. I'm going to select that. I'm going to hit it twice. Double click on it, loading. Alright, so here's how it's going to look. Bam, as you can see, it's exactly what we want. And we're going to, as you see coming up next, we're going to be able to filter all this information to get exactly what we want in our Google Fusion table. Alright, so we're going to hit next. Extra credit data is fine. Let's just add Fusion table. Extra credit data. Alright, finish. Alright, so as you see here, we've got all our data. We've got all our data that we want. And we've got it all lined up. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to filter this information to get exactly what we're looking for in our fusion table. So first thing we're going to do is change the type to location, because we're doing a fusion table. Alright. And then after we do that, We're going to make sure lat and longitude, everything's okay. Good. All right. Name, of course, is the street address because that's what we're changing. So pretty much what we're doing is we're telling the map that we're going to now do a fusion table and that we're now going to pull up a particular location of these points. All right. Good. Format none. We're going to save these changes. All right. We're now going to go to File. We're going to hit Geocode because now we're going to start coding it. Begin geocoding. All right, so you guys see how I'm doing that? All right, so as you can see, it's starting to geocode here. Just give it a second. Alright, so it's geocoded everything. Now we're going to add a map. Alright, and there you see we have all our points. Now what we're going to do, now we have our map. We are going to click on it. Let's zoom in here on the map. You can see we have all our points. Good, exactly how we want it to look. We're going to go to, now we're going to change it, make it look nice. So we're going to change it. We're going to go up here. We're going to go to buckets. I'm, for the purposes of this assignment, going to use 6 buckets. Actually, I'm sorry, let's just do 4. We'll use 4 buckets here. Alright, I like this range. Let's save it. Alright, it's loading, it's loading. Actually, let's see, let's change that again. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Now what should come up for you, and actually just to make it even more distinctive, let's just do this. Let's change these around. Oh, let's use purple. Alright, now let's see, we can save here. Map cell has been saved. Use this range, and there we have it. So as you saw, I was forgetting to hit use this range, and that's why it wasn't popping up. Now that we have that, as you can see, you can change it to whatever you want. You could say you want 7, hit use this range, same thing. For the purposes of this, like I said, we'll just do 4. Just looks a little better. as you can see, when you look at these, you click on them, you'll be able to tell exactly what you want to see from every location. And pretty much what we just did was to recap, we took our information in Excel, we concatenated the street and address for that information. Once we did that, we started our Fusion table. We used a Google spreadsheet that we already had in our information. We put that spreadsheet up. We filtered the information, and we changed specifically the street address location. We changed the street address to location to make sure that we wanted to see the location on the Google Fusion table. And now we have our points. We changed the style. We used 4 buckets. We changed the different types of ways that would be represented on the map. And there you have it. That is your Google Fusion table.